ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are going to start third chapter. So in the second chapter we have seen in the ending actually the bhavayatyesha satvena lokan vai loka bhavanah leelavataranuratah devatiryang naradishu. In the last sloka it is said that bhavayatyesha satvena lokan vai loka bhavanah. So the Lord is so appearing in this material world, and so he is taking the several Leela avatars, Leela avatarānuratah. So he is taking the different avatars in the form of so Devatiryang Naradishu. So like this, in animals, in the human beings, and also in Devatas, he is appearing. So various Leela avatars. So that means various Leelas he is performing. And now we are going to see, so Lord appears in this material world, and what he does, he performs various Leelas actually by taking the avatars. Those are Leela avatara. So where he is taking avatara? In animals, in the humans, and also in demigods. So now we are going to see his different avatars in this chapter, actually third chapter. So we'll go through it's a continuation. In the previous chapter, we have seen that's Guna Avataras. And among that, why he said? Because he wants to establish that so Krishna is only, and Krishna's Chit Shakti Avataras. like Nrsinga, Varaha, Vamana, Matsya, Kurma. These are all the avatars out of the Chit Shakti. And these avatars are only worshipable. So that he established actually. And he is taking several avatars. So now sages also asked, if you remember, the fifth question of the sages is what? Atha kya hi hare hi diman avatara katha shambhu shubhaha leela vidataha leela vidataha swairam ishwarasya atma maya. In 18th chapter, in 18th sloka of the first chapter, we have seen. So the rishis, Saunakadi rishis asked 6 questions. Out of that, fifth question is they are asking about the various avatars of the Lord. So now that's why Suta Goswami is going to answer this question. So that's this chapter is meant for that actually. So now we'll read this whole sloka. Suta Vacha Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibihi Sambhutam Shodasha Kalamadau Lokasisrukshaya. Sambhutam Shodasha Kalam Adau Lokasisrukshaya. Translation. Can anyone read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Madhuri.
Suta said, in the beginning of the creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all the ingredients for the material creation. And thus, at first, there was the creation of the 16 principles of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universe.
Yes, Madhuri. Thank you. So, Avatara Kataha Bruhi. This is the fifth question. So, Atha Akyahi Hare Diman Avatara Kataha. This Avatara Kataha Bruhi Ityasya Uttarataya Uchyate. So, keeping that into the mind, Suta Goswami is starting this chapter actually. So, Bhagavan Janma Karma Abhyam Tritiye Aneka Murtiman Purvadhyayante Leeravataranurataha Ityuktam. So here in this Bhagavan means, what is the meaning? Janma Karma Abhyam. So Tritiye Aneka Murtiman. So Bhagavan meaning means what? By birth and by activities, he is having the many different forms. Aneka Murtiman. So the one who is having the many different forms. Aneka Murtiman. Bhagavan means Aneka Murtiman, who can possess various different forms actually. Like in Krishna is the original actually. Is the original avatari. And in him, various forms are included. Like in yesterday's class also we are discussing. Like we can see, there is one cloth, multicolored cloth. If you see from the direct, in front view, if you take front view of that, you'll be seeing the primary one color. But if you carefully observe, it is having the many in that by tilting it. So Bhagavan means what? Aneka Murtiman, who is having the many different forms, who possess many different forms. Based upon what? Janma and karma. Based upon his janma and karma. Based upon his activities and based upon his manifestation, he is possessing many different forms, like Mrasinga. So he is having a different type of birth. Janma, appearance. And also by the activities also is having the many different forms. So he's protecting Vedas in the form of Ayagriva, and like this, based upon the karma and based upon Janma, that Lord is holding many different forms. The one who possesses many different forms is known as Bhagavan. That's right. Krishna is only the Bhagavan. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That means Krishna is the one who is the possessor of all the different forms. Okay. Next, Purvadhyaya Ante. That means in the ending of second chapter, Leelavatārānu Rataha. That means he performs various leelas. Who? So, Bhavayatyesha Satvena Lokan Vai Loka Bhavanaha. That's the Supreme Lord. So, he is performing the various leelas. That is said in the ending of that chapter. Tatra kasya leelaha kaha tasya leelaha keva avataraha ityapekshaya. In the ending of the second chapter, what is said? Supreme Lord is having the various leela avataras. He is appearing in this loka, in this world, material world, and he is performing the various leelas through the various leela avataras. Now, after hearing this ending sloka of the second chapter, anyway, Sonakadi rishis are they can get the inquisitiveness to know. That means immediately they get what? So what are those leelas? What are the different avataras? This kind of ashanka will happen. So immediately that ashanka will come. Ashanka means it's a doubt. So to fulfill that ashanka, he started, that means now Sota Goswami started expanding. So what are the different avataras and what are the different leelas? He did actually a lot. And anyway, this is going to answer for the fifth question also. That's the context. You should understand like this. Okay. Kaha tasya leelaha. What are those leelas? And keva avataraha. What are those different avataras, leela avataras? Iti apekshayam pratamam purusha avataramaha. So that's why first he is going to tell Purusha avataras. Lord is having many different avataras. So Purusha avataras he is going to describe. And also he is going to count these so many avataras, more 24 avataras. And those are all mixed actually. Purusha avataras, Manvantara avataras, Leela avataras. So various avataras like Kalas, like this, all mixed. But what is the classification? We are going to see the different avataras, count. But categorization is done in the Bhāgavata properly, systematically. Here we are not going to see the categorization. But among these avataras, first we are going to see Purusha avataras. Before to this, so that's Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva he is taking. That's not the avatara katha, just to establish Vishnu is only worshipable, not others. So for that, there he said, Sattum Rajastameti Prakrute Guna in that sloka. Okay. So that is the context you should understand. So to answer the fifth sloka, and also anyway, to fulfill the ashanka, so which is there after hearing the last sloka of the second chapter, So he is going to describe the various avatars and their leelas, avatars and their leelas. And for that, first he is beginning with Purusha Avatara, with the word Jagruhe. Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibhi Sambhutam Shodashakalam Adau Lokasishukshaya. Jagruhe. So this Purusha Leela Avataras we are going to see in the 5 slokas, 1 to 5. All are describing about the Leela Avataras, 5 slokas. Paurusham Rupam. Paurusham means Purusha Akaram, Purusha Sangyam. He's taking the what kind of avatara first? Purusha Avatara. That means that avatara is having what? Purusha Akaram. What is the meaning of Purusha Akaram? That means before that he is not having the Akara of which is Purusha. Why it is this avatara is only specifically said as Purusha Akaram? The reason is Purusha means here Purusha is achievable when there is a Stri. Prakriti or Stri. Stri Purusha. In this creation, if Stri is not there, Purusha can be achieved? No, no. It's a relative word, Purusha. Purusha, like you see, someone king is there, king. If there are no citizens at all, is there any possibility of, that means getting the notation as king? Is it possible? No, no. It's not possible actually. Like teacher. Teacher is existing, or this word is having the sardhakata. Sardhakata means so possibility of having the meaning. Teacher word can hold the meaning when there are students. The student concept itself is not there. Then is there any meaning is there to say? So teacher, no. So that means here Lord, Supreme Lord, Krishna is holding the avatara, which is Purusha. Means what he is doing Purusha? Purusha always controls the, so Stri. So that's why relative, this avatara is having the relativeness. It is achievable. It is becoming the accomplished. It is becoming accomplished with reference to the Prakriti. There is a Prakriti is there and it needs a controller. So that's why Lord is taking the form of Purusha. Purusha means the controller of the Prakriti. That is the nature actually. Even in the material world also, Purusha means he's a controller. So Stri, woman, is controlled actually. She cannot become a controller. It's impossible actually. Bodily, material point of view, woman cannot be a controller. No feminism. No. It's not at all accepted. Woman is woman, man is man. Woman cannot take the role of man, man cannot take the role of woman. They are two different entities. So, Purusha Akaram, Purusha Sangyam, he is getting the notation. That avatara is getting the notation of Purusha with reference to Prakriti. Before that, what? He is a Bhagavan actually. He is the Bhagavan actually. He is, yes, he is not doing any specific task of like so controlling of Prakriti. from controlling of some energy. In the spiritual world also, yes, he is enjoyer, but there he is not controlling there actually. He is enjoying with the gopis and others. They are all having a love actually. That's a different thing actually. Controlling is different. They control actually. Gopis, they control. They control him. Because where there is a love, so then he will be controlled. That's a different activity. And here it is what specifically is getting the action of controlling that is needed. Prakriti has to be controlled. That's why he's getting this notation, Purusha Avatar. Okay. In this sloka, what we are seeing? Jagruhe. Jagruhe? Jagruhe means what? What is the meaning of Jagruhe? Tell me someone. Jagruhe. बोलिए कोई. But the meaning is given. What word meaning is there or not?
Accepted.
Huh? Accepted. Accepted actually. Jagruhe means accepted. This word is very, very important. Jagruhe word is very, very important. Nanu jagruhe iti chet uchyate tarhi tadrupam purvam na asid. Iti asid iti avagatya tadrupasya anityatvam prasaktam ityatah aha samyak sambhutam. So he took the form, what? Paurusham Rupam. Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam. That means, if you see the Anvaya in a simple
$38, Prabhuji. Today's session is 38.
Acha, 38. Jagruhe accepted. What he accepted? Who accepted? Bhagavan. Bhagavan accepted. What he accepted? So Paurusham Rupam. That means, so Paurusham Rupam. What kind of form? Purusha form. So Purusha form actually. He accepted Purusha form. So there are the different qualifiers for this. So Paurusham Rupam. So what is that? This is Sambhutam. This Purusha Rupa is what? Qualifier it is, modifier otherwise. So Sambhutam is there. That means properly existing one. Properly or what? 1 second. Properly existing one. Next, Paurusham Rupam Jagruhe Bhagavan. Who next Sambhutam, and also there is one more qualifier is there, modifier for this. What is that? That is Shodasha Kalam. Shodasha Kalam. Adav means beginning anyway. So any Adav is there in the beginning. So why he took this form? Why he took this form? The reason is Loka Sisrukshaya. So Loka Sisrukshaya. By the desire for creation. So Sisruksha, he has a desire. With the desire, he took this form. This Bhagavan took this form with some desire actually. What is the desire? He wants to create he has a desire for creation. So with that desire, he took this form. And so this Loka, what he wants. So how he wants to create this Loka, how he wants to create this Loka, how he wants to create? Mahadadibihi. Mahadadibihi. Means by Mahat and so on. By Mahat and so on. This is that means Bhagavan, Lord, accepted Purusharupa by the desire of creation. What kind of Purusharupa? Shodasha Kalam. That means is Purnam. That means is complete. Shodasha Kalam means complete. And which is properly previously existing. Properly, it is previously existing. And how he wants to do Loka? Sisruksha means creation. How he wants to do that? Mahadadibihi. Now you see the important thing here. Jagruhe is the important word. That means he accepted this Purusha form. That means Bhagavan accepted Purusha form. That means that is not there previously. So Jagruhe iti chet uchyate tarhi tadrupam purum na asid. So he accepted now Purusha form means that is not there. That Purusha form is not there previously. Now he accepted. So that kind of doubt one may get. So that's it. To remove that doubt, that means then what will happen? Then Purusha form will become Anitya. If something is now, that means from the Anadi, if you don't accept Anadi, that means if something is having the Adi, then what will happen? It will be not eternal then. Like a pot, if it is having the beginning, anything which is having the beginning, it is destructible actually. It will be having the ending also. So that's why from the beginningless, it is there. So here Purusha Rupa, if you say, now he accepted, then it is indicating what? It is becoming the beginning, it is having the beginning and it is becoming the temporary form. So that's why, to clarify that it is not a temporary form, immediately there is a one modifier is used here. That is Sambhutam. Sambhutam modifier, it is saying that Samyak Bhutam, that means which is already existing, that form he accepted now. That means Bhagavan is here, and also Purusha form is also there. So Purusha form also is there. And this Bhagavan, which is already existing one, very nicely existing one, and that one, this Bhagavan accepted now. This Bhagavan accepted this form. How can you say it is already existing Sambhutam? That means Samyak Bhutam. And that's why here the word Jagruhe is very important. Purvumapi Sadaiva Swarupena Sthitam. That means even very, that means from the beginningless, this form is also there. That he accepted now. Okay. Tat Jagruhe Loka Srishtyardham Upadate. Why he took this now? Because Loka Sruksha. There is a desire. He has a desire to creation. He got a desire for creation. So that's why he took. Then Grahanasya Vidyamana Vastu Vishayatvat. Here the word Jagruhe means what? Grahanam, accepting. That means when you accept something which is already, that object is existing, it is not made actually. Bhagavan is not making now this Purusha form and taking that. No. So accept this pen, if I say, what it means. Pen is already there and you are taking that. So that's the point. The word Jagruhe is also very significant here. Ghatasya vidyamanatve ghatam jagraha iti prayoga darshanatcha raja sainyam digvijaya vishaya. So swasange jagraha iti vata. Like example, if I ask you, so take that pot. Jagruha means grahanam, that means accepting or taking, that meaning actually. Take the pot means, what it mean? Pot is already existing. That means here the word Jagruhe is also establishing that that form is already existing and that he is accepting. Whenever accepting verb you use when the object is existing already. And to take that, then you use the accept word. But if the object is now it is created, then you don't say accepted. You create it, we say. Then Bhagavan created Purusha form, he said. If it is not there previously, then instead of word Jagruhe, what we should use? The word creation. He created the Purusha form. Like that we should see the verb created should be there actually. But it is not there. Accepted is there. That means it is indicating that it is a previously existing. Example, so accept the pot means pot is already existing. One more example, this king, he is having a desire to conquer all the directions. So with the desire, he accepted his army. Means army is already existing and he accepted that for fulfilling his desire of conquering all the directions. That is the understanding. Any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. So yesterday's class also, you said that Atma Maya, Bhagwan is taking incarnations, avatar as per Atma Maya. So, and it is covering also. प्रकट भी करता है और कवर भी करता है आत्मा माया internal potencies है. But there are so many lokas and Narasimha Varaha Hayagriva is appearing like a wave in the ocean. So how to understand that? That is coming like a wave of the ocean, right? Is in the material world. So many lokas, so many things happening at the same time. Correct understanding, right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay, next. Next thing, Jagriha word is clear for all of you. Now, Uttaratrapi Saeva Pratamam Devaha Ityado Sarvatra Sambhutam iti Padam Anuvartaniyam. This is Sambhutam word. We should take Saeva Pratamam. That means in the sixth sloka. Saeva Pratamam, that means Kumaras. That means that Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, so Amshas and Amshas. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Samsha and Amshas. Are the nothing but these are avatars. Yasya Amsha Amshena. So Garbhodak Sai Vishnu's Amsha and his Amshas, all are leading to different avatars. So that count we are starting from the sloka number 6 actually. So that means from the 6 onwards we are seeing the various avatars. All these avatars are also so Sambhutam. That means previously existing only. It is not that they like now Chatush Kumaras. It's not that these avatars are only when this universe is created, that at that time is created. No, it is there from the beginningless. And also all, that means whatever they see, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, all, we see all these avatars counting. All they are all Sambhutam. That means Samyak Bhutam. Bhutam means past it is there. In the past, in the past, they are all there. So that's a Sambhutam word. You should anuvartani means, so you should take it forward, carry forward the word for every sloka. Okay, that's the meaning. Next, Mahadadibihi Mahatattva Ahankaradibihi Lokanam Samishti Veshtinam Bhunanam Va Ya Sastum Icha. That means he wants to create this material world. So with what? With Mahat and so and so. Mahat and so and so means Ahankara and so and so. With this, he wants to create the Samishti Veshti Bhunanam. So Samishti Veshti means, so like we are Veshti, that means individuals. Samishti means Virat Purusha. So to create these things, so he has desire for creating these things with the Mahat. So Taya Shodasha Eva Kala. So he is taking the what kind of form? This form is Shodasha Kala. Shodasha Kala means like 16 kalas are there. Like moon is having, full moon means what? It is having the 16 kalas. Like from Amavasya to Paurnami, how many days are there? Total 16. You can count Amavasya. So Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dasami, Ekadasi, Dwadasi, Trayodasi. So Paurnami. So that means 1 to 15. Paurnami means 1 to 15. Pratibha. So Prathama to Paurnami 15. Na? So then Amavasya you take. That's a 16. 15 plus 1, 16. Amavasya Pratipada. So if you add the Amavasya also, then 16. That means Amavasya is 0, Pratipada is a little one, small, next. That means is Kala. That means is increasing actually. His effulgence is keep on increasing. And he will become on Purnima complete. That means how many it is including? Is the 16th one. Total. It's a full. So that's why Shodasha Kala means complete. What is the meaning of Shodasha Kala here? Complete. That means Purusha, this form is complete. That Bhagavan is complete or Purusha form is complete? You may get doubt. Purusha form is complete, then what about Bhagavan then? Is Bhagavan? Means he himself is complete, then what about him? What the difference between then Purusha and Bhagavan? This may doubt you will get. So he is said complete with reference to what? So this Purusha form is complete with reference to other. That means Matsya. Matsya, Varaha, Kurma. With respect to all these, this Purusha form is complete. So that is the meaning. But with respect to Bhagavan, this Purusha form is not complete. But with respect to this is complete. That's the point actually you should understand here. Shodasham means.
Prabhuji,
Shodasha
all,
evaka.
Prabhuji, all other forms means all the Leelavataras or just all forms, whatever are coming?
All other are, so seed is the main seed is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And even that is also is nothing but what? So Karanano Sai Vishnu is only entering into the every Brahmanda in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So seed is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And that's why all avatars are coming from there on.
Okay.
It's a bijam.
Yes.
Maybe some exceptions will be there, like Balaram. These are all exceptions. But if you see others, so those are all. So those exceptions are specific cases we see in the Laghu Bhagavatam. But otherwise, in general cases like Vara, Matsya, Kurma, so and so, all these in general. So with respect to that form is Purnam. So Purusha form, that is the beginning form is Karanano Sai Vishnu. So Shodasha Kala Yasmin iti Raka Chandramiva. That means Raka Chandra means Purna Chandra. So Matsya Kurma Dyavatara Avataran Apeksha Paripurnam. Avataran Apeksha Paripurnam. So it is, with respect to that, it is complete. Kalatu Avataran Apeksha, so Purnam. Kalatu Shodasha Bhagaha Ityabhidhana. So anyway, that is Shodasha Kala meaning 16, that means completeness is there. Atra yoyam Bhagavan saha parama vyomadhinatha. Here, so who is staying in the parama vyoma, not in this material world. He is not in this material world. He is in the spiritual world. That is the meaning of Bhagavan. Purusha is there in the material world. And so Bhagavan is there in the spiritual world. Paramavyoma means spiritual world. Tena Gruhitam, what exactly? So he is Krishna is not said here. So that we will be seeing in that's Bhagavan is nothing but Krishna in the 28th sloka. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. There you will see. But here it is not said, it is directly Krishna. What you should understand here, Bhagavan is the one who is in the spiritual world. Tena reconciling will do. In the 28th sloka when it comes, then this Bhagavan is nothing but Krishna. Tena gruhitam yat shodashakalam rupam sa Mahavishnu. So by this Bhagavan only, this Purusha Rupa is accepted. Na? So what is this Purusha Rupa? This is nothing but the Mahavishnu. The Mahavishnu is the one who glances on the Prakriti. So that's why Prakriti Ikshanakarta. He is also another name is what? Prakriti Ikshanakarta, the one who glances Prakriti. And this Mahavishnu is also known as Karnarnav Sai Vishnu. And he is what? Sankarshana Amsha. Like 4 vyuhas are there. Among those 4 vyuhas, Sankarshana vyuha is there. And Sankarshana vyuhas Amsha is Karnarnav Sai Vishnu. He is also known as Mahavishnu. He is the one who glances on Prakriti. That means he is a controller, Purusha. He is controlling Prakriti by his glances. That's why he is known as Purusha. The word Purusha is successful with respect to Prakriti only. Katamaha Purushaha Bhagavata Pratamaha Purushaha. He is the first Purusha. So this whatever we are seeing here, this is Purusham Rupam. This is the first Purusha. That means there is a second Purusha also, there is a third Purusha also. But he is the first Purusha. Where it is said in the Bhagavatamritam, Brihad Bhagavatam, Lag Bhagavatamritam. So Bhagavatamritam, it is said. Is of avatars, it is dealt in that Lag Bhagavatamritam. So there it is said that he is a Purusha, so he is existing. First Purusha. Next, second sloka. I think it's clear for all of you. Yasyam bhasi shayanasya yoga nidram vitanvata nabhihradam bujadasi brahma visrujam patihi. Translation. Can anyone?
A part of Purusha lies down within the water of the universe. From the navel lake of his body sprouts a lotus stem, and from the lotus flower atop this stem, Brahma, the master of all engineers in the universe, becomes manifest. Hare Krishna.
A part of Purusha lies down within the water of universe. Yeah. Yasya ambhasi shayanasya yoga nidram vitanvataha. Here also, that means whose nabi hradat, nabi hradambujat asid Brahma. Brahma Viswasrijam Patihi. What is the meaning of this? Here the sloka is like this. What is the word? Verb is here. Here the verb is asit. What is the meaning of asit? Asit means? Can anyone tell? Asit.
Is it
What do you mean?
existed from?
Was manifested, Prabhuji.
Yes. Manifested, existed, all are same actually. Was, actually simply also was. Simple was there, like that, manifested or existed, whatever. So manifested or existed. So who existed? Who existed? Brahma existed. Chaturmukha Brahma. Who is he? There is a modifier for him. What is that modifier? Vishwa Srijam Patihi. Vishwa Srijam Patihi. That means he is the master of creating universe. So Brahmaji only created a secondary creation. With that sense, it is said, Vishwa Srijam Patihi. From where he existed? So Asit, Brahma Asit. Brahma came from where? From where he came? He came from Nabi Harada Ambujat. Nabi Harada Haradambuja. Nabi Harada Ambuja. Ambujat. Means what? From. What is the meaning of this? From. Ambuja means lotus. The lotus, where it is there, this lotus? From lotus. So, which is this lotus, which is in the novel. So the lotus always exists in a pond. So novel of which is in the pond of Harada means pond. Pond of novel. So that means novel itself is a pond. In that pond, this lotus is existing. And from that lotus, so Brahma came. Okay. Now the point is, novel is there, then whose novel? If you ask it came from the lotus, which is in the pond of novel, then whose novel? You'll get doubt or not? Whose novel this is? Whose novel? Yasya. Whose novel is? Yasya is said. Yasya means in the previous sloka, whomever we are seeing, that means Purusha. So his. Yasya is indicating whom here? Whose. That means in the previously said Purusha and about that only. Like example you said, you see, in the first sloka we are saying that Purusha form is accepted. And Purusha form is accepted. And whose novel? Whose novel? Whose novel is a pond? And from there, Brahma came. Like that, if you say, this whose is indicating whom? This whose indicates the previously said Purusha only, na? So it's a relative word. It's a sarvanama. Actually, it's a pronoun. Whose is indicating whom? is indicating previously said one. It's a Purusha. Okay. That means it is looking like Karnanusaya Vishnu's novel. So this lotus is coming, and in that lotus, from that lotus, Brahmaji is coming. This kind of meaning we are getting. Yes? This kind of confusion is there. That I will clarify. So next, Yasya Ambasi Shayan, where he, and Yasya is said, there Yasya means what you should take here. Actually, not the Karnanusaya Vishnu, but you should take Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. We should take that. Why we have to take? But he didn't mention there is a second Purusha. He is coming and he is lying in the water and so on. So, but it is not said. Okay. Yasya. So that means, so Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Yasya means what? Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So where is he? Where is he? He is lying in the water, Ambasi. Where is he? So he is in the water, Ambasi means in water. Ambasi means in water. So Ambasi Shayanasya, take full word actually. Ambasi Shayanasya. So that means, so the one who is sleeping in water. The one is a modifier. Then you can take this as the, there is a modifier. What kind of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu? So Ambasi Shayanasya, the one who is sleeping in water. That kind of person. Ambasi Shayanasya. So what kind of Shayana is doing? Yoga Nidram. Yoga Nidram Shayanasya. Yoga Nidram Shayanasya. What kind of sleep means? Yoga Nidram Shayanasya. Yoga Nidram. So the one who is sleeping, Yoga Nidram Vitanvataha. So you can add the one more word so that it will become a simply a modifier for this. We can take like this. Sorry, this we can make a simple thing. Otherwise, it will become little complex. Yoga Nidram Vitanvataha. Then it is becoming the modifier for the Yashya only. That means the one who is expanding Yoga Nidra. Then it will become simple actually. Otherwise, Anvaya will become a little complex. So that means Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, who is sleeping in the water, and that means who is expanding his Yoga Nidra, and that person's novel. So lotus is coming. From that lotus, Brahma came. What kind of Brahma? Visvasrijam Patihi, the one who create the material universe, or otherwise secondary creation. The master for secondary creation. Like that you take, then it will be more specific. So secondary creation. So here, what is the main point? Yasya is said. That means we are not seeing that from the first Purusha, there is one more Purusha is coming, second Purusha, and he is sleeping in the water. So that much is not said, but that should be taken. Acharyas are clarifying. Based upon the other scriptures we should take. And also in the 6th chapter of the second canto, we are going to see the creation actually. There we are seeing actually from the first Purusha, there is one more Purusha is coming, and he from his lotus navel only. So from his navel only lotus flower is coming, and from there, so Brahmaji is appearing. So that detail is given in the second canto, 6th chapter. So keeping that into the account, here Yasya means, so of course, second Purusha is coming from the first Purusha is not said, but simply we are taking, this is the second Purusha. So this point, you should note it. You should understand. Yasya Purushasya Ambasi Romakupastha Brahmandantare Ekaika Prakeshena. That means one way, yes, Yasya means you can see that Karananavasaya Vishnu only is entering actually. He is only sleeping. He is entering into every Brahmanda. He is entering into every Brahmanda. And these Brahmandas are there where in the Romakupa, on his body, there is different. So hair is there. In that each hair, there are so many thousands of Brahmandas are there. That means when, yeah, Karananavasaya Vishnu, so glances, so when what will happen? Not glances. So when he releases his exhalation, that means Nishwasa, then in the first Prakriti comes, then immediately he glances. Then right after that, immediately he glances on that. Then from that 23 elements are coming, and they are all so becoming as Brahmandas, and those are all existing where? Those are all existing on his body. So there is a lot of hair is there. On that hair, these Brahmandas are lying actually. So sometimes when you go into a flour mill, pindi mill. So then all the flour will be just standing on your hair. Like that. All these Brahmandas are created actually from this Prakriti. And they are all coming and so lying on his hair of this Karananavasaya Vishnu. And when they are laying, and he is entering into the each Brahmanda. And when he enter and he is staying there in that water, then he is known as GSV, Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. So that's why here Yasya is nothing but the Karananavasaya Vishnu who entered into the water, into the Brahmanda, and who is now is known as Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. Like that you should take. But the whole story is not explained here. That will be explained in the 6th chapter of second canto. Okay. यस्य नाभिहृदाम्बुजस्य अवयव रोम एकैक प्रकाशेन प्रविश्य. So ब्रह्मांडान्तरे एकैक प्रकाशेन प्रविश्य स्वसृष्टे गर्भोदि. That means he is entering into the every Brahmanda. First, after entering, what he is doing? Karananavasaya Vishnu entering into the every Brahmanda, and as a Prakasha is entering. So, recording in progress. So, Prakasha means Prakasha Avataras. are just the most subtle differences are there in the different avatars. So Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is the Prakasha of the Karanano Sai Vishnu. That I will tell later actually. So in the form of Prakasha Avatara, so he is a Prakash, is not Avatar, is a Prakasha. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is the Prakasha of the Karanano Sai Vishnu. And he, after going there inside to the Brahmanda, he is first filling this Brahmanda with his sweat, his own sweat. And after that, on that water, he is lying. Pravishya Garbhode Shayanasya Yogaha Samadhi Rupam Nidram Vistarayataha. That means why he is entering there? He wants to sleep. That's why he is entering. He wants to enter into the Brahmanda. Why? To sleep. Yoga Nidram Vitanvataha. That means to expand his Yoga Nidra. तो सोना हम लोगों को उधर से आया लग रहा है एक्चुअली. तो he wants to expand that. That's why he entered there. He's sleeping. Yes, yeah. Then from this person's, this Purusha's Nabi, so there is lotus flower. And that lotus flower, so Navi Hadasya, in the, you see, next sloka also you should take, third sloka. Yasya avayava samsthanaihi kalpitaha. On this lotus flower, now there is one more point is coming. This is a lotus. It's not going outside to the Brahmanda, but just for the space I am writing. It will not go outside to the Brahmanda, this lotus. So it is coming from the Nabi, and in this, who is manifesting here? Here the Virat Purusha is manifesting. This Virat Purusha is having the pattern. What kind of pattern? The same pattern what Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is having. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is having the thousands of heads. So that's why Virat Purusha is also having the thousands of heads. Yasya avyava samsthana means this Virat Purusha's limbs are following the same pattern of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Like a child is taking his different parts of his body as similar to his mother or father. But here there is no mother. So there is only, so yeah. So Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, of course, mother is a Prakriti, but so the child is taking the form of the parents. So similarly, here Garbhodak, this Virat Purusha's avayavas are so in the form of, so that's why that you have many heads. So Virat Purusha is also having many heads, many legs, many eyes, and so on. So, and on these avayavas, so what is there? This Loka Vistaraha. This material world is made actually. That means Satya Loka to Patala are lying on this Virat Purusha. Virat Purusha's avayavas, and those avayavas are following what? The limbs of the shape of those, everything is following the limbs of this Purusha, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. That's the point. Loka samsthanaihi. Samsthanaihi. So avayava samsthanaihi. Loka vistaraha. That is in the next sloka. So we are taking here only now. That means from this lotus, this Garbhodak Sai, this Virat Purushas is lying on that lotus. So those his avayavas are following this Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And on those avayavas, so Loka is expanded. That much meaning is there. Those things you will be seeing in the further chapters. So that's why we are, Jesus in the brief it is said. Then after that, what next? पातालादि विस्तारः इति अयं पद्मनाभः प्रद्युम्नांशो गर्भोदकशायी द्वितीयः ज्ञेयः. Actually, this is you should know as is the Garbhodakasaya Vishnu and he is from the Pradyumnamsha. Is a Pradyumnamsha. So this is Vyuha. Is a Pradyumna Vyuhas Amsha. This Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, which is nothing but the Prakasha of the so Karnanasaya Vishnu. I don't know the subtle signs, this Vyuha and how that Vyuha is Pradyumna Vyuha and also is simultaneously Karnanasaya Vishnu's Prakasha. So this is subtle. This thing is I'm not so much clear in this actually. So much clear means it's clear, but subtle signs how Prakasha is happening, the subtle phenomena, Vyuha phenomena, that phenomena I don't know actually. Vyuha phenomena. What is the difference between Vyuha and Avatara? This phenomena I don't know. Okay. So when I will come to know, then I will tell. Vyuha phenomena I don't know actually clearly. Okay, then after that, यस्तु पूर्वाध्याये हरि विरिंचि हरेति संज्ञाः इत्यत्र हरिरिति पठितः. In पूर्वाध्याय we are seeing the हरि विरिंचि हरेति संज्ञा सत. So there हरि means what? सः क्षीरोदकशायी अनिरुद्धः अनिरुद्धांशः तृतीयः. So there we are seeing that क्षीरोदकशायी Vishnu. So that's Vishnu came. That Vishnu is nothing but that Gunavatara Vishnu is nothing but the who is that? That is the Kshirodakasai Vishnu. KS we should write. Kshirodakasai Vishnu. He is a third Purusha. He is a second Purusha. And Karnanasai Vishnu is the first Purusha. So Atra Padamaha Prakruteha Antaryami. Dvitiyaha Samishti Virajaha. Tritiyaha Veshti. What is the KSV's role is what? Karnanasai Vishnu's role. Karnanasai Vishnu is agitating the Prakruti. That's why he is a Prakrutika Prakriti Antaryami. He is Antaryami, he is a controller of Prakriti. Next, Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. So he is the Samishti Virajaha. So he controls Samishti Purusha. It means Virat. Controller of Virat. Virat is known as Samishti. Next, Kshirodakasaya Vishnu. He is Veshti Purusha. Controller of individual. In the each living entity's heart he enters. Like this, we have three Antaryamis. Antaryami means who controls. Being there, so he controls. Okay? The Karnanasaya Vishnu is glancing and he is sending his energy and he is controlling the Prakriti, agitating Prakriti, and he is doing so many things there. His energy. So like this. All these are all controllers. That's why they are Purushas. They are controlling the Prakriti in the different levels. So those are known as Purushas. It is also said Ekam tu Mahatah Srashtru, Dvitiyam tu Anda Samstitam. So that's the first one is the creator of the Mahat. That means he is glancing on the Prakriti, that Karnanasaya Vishnu. And Mahat is coming. That's why he is the creator of the Mahat. Another name of the Karnanasaya Vishnu is what? The creator of the Mahat. Second Purusha is what? Anda Samstitam. He is in the Brahmanda. And Tritiyam is what? Sarva Bhuta Samstam. That means Thani Gnatva Vimuchyate. That means he is entering into every living entity. So like this, we have three Purushas. Evam chetat prakarana venjita Mahavishnoho Leela Katha Paripati cha yam. What we read? We read that in the second chapter, in the last, we read Lord is taking the various avatars, Leela avatars. No? 2.1.2.34. We said that he is doing Leela avatars. So Leela avatars, that means Leelas, he should be doing the Leela. And Leela avatar, he said that then he is starting with the explaining about these Leela avatars with the Purusha avatar. So in that Purusha avatar, first one is what? Karnanusaya Vishnu. Then what is his Leela actually? Since these are all Leela avatars, that means actions are there. What kind of Leela Karnanusaya Vishnu is doing? That we should understand. What kind of Leela he is doing? That is said here. Yadeva tasya punarapi pradesa visheshe shaynecha ajanishta tada karnarnave syanah eva swanishwasa niskramana pratamakshane swashaktim mayam aikshishta. What is the Leela Karnanusaya Vishnu did we are seeing? So he is lying in the Karnajal. So he is lying in the Karnajal. So he is sleeping there also. Karnarno Shai means Shaina. Shaina means he is sleeping. He is sleeper. That means sleeping person. He is sleeping in this water. Then he got desire. Acha, I am sleeping here. I want to expand my sleep. You are also sleeping or not? I am also getting this sleep. So Pradesa Visheshe. This Karnanusaya Vishnu got a desire to sleep in a special place. That is his Leela. Desire, he is getting the desire to sleep in a special place. So then what? Agar सांस लेते ही, he always exhales and inhales. He is a person, na? Then that he is sleeping already in the Karnarnava ocean, but he wants to sleep in a new place. So when he got this desire, and also when he exhaled, then what came? Turant, immediately Prakriti came out. Next, immediately Prakriti came out. And after Prakriti came out, immediately in the next moment, so he glanced on this Prakriti. With the desire of what? He already got the desire, and now he exhaled, and after Prakriti came, and he saw her immediately. And this Prakriti is nothing but what? She is coming from him only. His own potency. His own potency this is. And when he saw, then tayacha tad ingitaya. Then she is a Prakriti and she is having Adhisthana Devata. And she immediately understood when Lord saw, like husband sees a wife, immediately wife understands, oh, now he wants the food to eat. Oh, now he wants so sleep. That's why bed has to be ready. Oh, now he wants to go out. So that's why he needs some bag. Just he doesn't need to say anything. A good wife can understand her husband without telling actually. Yes or no? Mothers should know this. So this is the truth. That is understanding. That much deep understanding they used to have. That is a Dampatyam Jivana. That means family life means that. Dampatya Jivana means that is the thing. After telling 10 times also not following, that is a uselessness actually. Even husband also cares wife like that. So anyway, she immediately understood, oh, that means his desire. She immediately understood. Ingitaya. That means that glance itself is indicated. That means she understood by his glances. She understood that he wants to sleep. What desire he is having? What desire he is having? He is having the desire to sleep in a special place, in a new place. Then what? Tad icha. Tad icha balat labda samarthya. And he glanced with the desire, he glanced. It's not that the simply seeing. With the desire of sleeping new place, he glanced. So that's why some Shakti also entered into her. Shakti entered into him. She came and also Shakti came actually. When he glanced, in that glances, Shakti came. When he exhaled, she came. And when he glanced, so where the desire already there in his heart, so then, so the Shakti also entered along with those glances into her. Then what happened? She got hesitation now. The Shakti, when it entered, she got hesitation. She understood and she got hesitation now. And she started producing Mahat, Ahankara, Pancha Tanmatra, Pancha Gnanendriya, Karmendriya, and so and so, Pancha Mahabhutas. She created like these 23 elements. But they are not functioning. Then Lord once again so send his energy to make those as balls. Okay. So different Brahmandas are now created. That means, so ultimately who? The Adhisthana Devata of the Prakriti. She created these Brahmandas. And then what? She requested him, oh my dear Lord, please come. Now, according to your desire, I created the new Brahmandas for you. You come and sleep. Then what? This Karnano Sai Vishnu entered into the each Brahmanda. So after entering there, he just slept for a Nimesha Kalam, for a second. For a second. Everything, how much time it took? Just a second. A second amount of time he slept there. And then he felt bored once again. So then, Punar Agatavan, Tadeva Brahmandam, Sena Mandiram, Nirmalyam Iva, Mayevasa Duri Chakara. So he left that place. Then all these Brahmandas once again. That means when he left that immediately, Maya, what she will do? That Adhisthana Devata, she will take it back actually, everything, hut. So that means in this Nimesha Kala, that means for a second he slept. In this duration of time, what happened? Brahmaji's 2 pararthas, that means 100 years are over. 100 years are over. So that means how much time it happened total? That means Lord exhaled, he got a desire to sleep in a new place. When he did exhaling, Prakriti came and he saw with her with a desire to sleep in a new place, and she understood immediately. So, and also when he saw, so he some energy also so entered with that, she became potent enough to get agitation, and she created the 23 elements, and those also became so by once again sending the Lord's energy as Brahmandas, and then she requested him to come and sleep, and he slept for a Nimesha Kala, that means for a second, and he left that place also. ऐसा मजा लेते रहते हैं भगवान. Whenever he glances, then all the jivas are entering into the Brahman. And when he Just he come out, everything is coming in once again into him. ये भी एक आनंद है उनका. But these Jivatmas, from when they are there in his body, from the beginningless are there. Why they are here? They are there. They are there. Because you are the proof for that. You are here. We don't know. You cannot trace that. And in the spiritual world, they are also there. They are also there. That's there from the beginningless. You cannot trace. You cannot ask or you cannot trace actually where it is beginning. Where is the beginning? You cannot trace. That's what is said on earth. All are produced equally and then after that distributed. No. No. You are starting beginning actually then. No beginning. From the infinite time, from the beginning less, they are there. Okay. So Nimesha Matram Saitva Edeva Punaragatam Tadeva Brahmana Shaina Mandara Nirmalyamiva Mayev Sadhu Duri Chakara. Then he rejected that. He came out like Nirmalya, like flowers. Apna Juta, chhod diye. So once again, everything, when Lord leaves that place, immediately collapse. Finish. Everything, this Mahapralaya will happen. Punar Navina Mandire Tam Shaitimeva Shemati Evamcha Brahmana Pararda Dvayam Gachatisma. So like this, once again, next whenever he exhales, so once again Prakriti comes out and she created these things will happen. And when he inhales, everything go inside. And in that time, exhaling and inhaling in that period, in that 1 second, 1 moment, whatever time, in that moment of time, he go and sleep in that place. That means in yoga nidram vitanvataha, he likes to expand his sleep. It's a play actually. Okay. Any questions? No questions. Yes.
No question, Prabhuji. Comment.
Comment. Okay.
By far,
Hmm.
this is my favorite part. I don't know. I really love this section of Bhagavatam, this creation, especially your class. I attended this in Bhakti Vaibhav when you taught it.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, I really relish this. So thank you.
Yeah. So this Leela actually wonderful. That means Leela Avataraha. Leela Avataranurataha. That word, how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is justifying actually. So Purusha Avataras are said immediately. So those are also Avataras. What kind of Leela happened? So that he is bringing out. No Acharya is explaining like this. And I really like this explanation actually. I also. So yeah, that's the way. So he is not bringing so much technicality. He is answering all those things with a simple, with a devotional mood. Actually, he is clarifying everything. This is a wonderful thing we are seeing in the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's explanation. Yes, Rameshwari Mataji. Mataji, your voice is no. It's not clear. Voice is not clear. Voice is not clear.
Comments
Maybe
only
you should.
and
Now it is okay.
okay, now is
Now it's okay.
it is actually a comment.
Yes.
This having heard this, it feels very humbling when I think where this soul is in this entire universe. In 2 seconds, nimisha, everything is coming and going, and yeah, it's very humbling experience, and felt very humbled, and
Yeah.
yeah, and also such a food for the visualizing mind. So many things to visualize. I was thinking if we make this like a movie,
Your voice is once again
it
breaking.
will be like a big hit. Handwear is there, and
Yeah. 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 This is the beauty of his Vishwanath Chakravarti's explanation. So nicely he explains. So so we are very insignificant, and yes, the Lord is so powerful, and also that is only his Purusha avatara. And what about him actually then? And in the spiritual world, he's also having these so many like this. From the Krishna, there is a Balaram, and from that four Chaturvyuhas, and from that Chaturvyuhas once again. So there, Narayana is coming, and from him once again, four Vyuhas are coming. And in that one Vyuha is the Sankarshna. In that Vyuhas portion is this Karnano Vishnu. My God, it's really it's a complex science actually, and really actually our intelligence is nothing in front of these kind of concepts, and we cannot analyze also, and it will make us, that means only thing is uh, whatever our predecessors acharyas are asking to focus, so accept that. And anyway, today in the Bhagavad Gita class, we are going to tapah putaha. That means austerity. One should do the austerity. There is a wonderful explanation is going to come actually there. So in that he is going to tell, that means one should be having the austerity. That means by that austerity, these devotees are purified. There Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying what kind of austerity means. So we are not getting the pray for the kutarka, and so accepting the Lord and be patient to get his realization. So that explanation goes very nicely. And anyway, so today evening we'll discuss that. So the many points actually we cannot reach actually that our insignificant.
Prabhuji, one more question is there. Is my
I'm not
voice?
targeting mother, just I'm saying actually Archana Bhakti Mother, if you don't mind actually in a different way. Just I'm saying this is very, and your question is also, I understood actually your mood. You want to know why the partiality is coming, you want to say like that. But it's things are granted actually, it's axioms, and is there from the beginning less. And why it is created then, so when he, so that point of beginning is not at all there actually. The beginning point is not there. These are there like this one. This is axiom actually. Like how Shastra is saying, the same way I'm presenting. And yeah, otherwise, you see, if we say that, then Lord, on that day he did all are with him, and after that he separated like this. Then why he separated? For his enjoyment he separated. Then why for his enjoyment he want to give suffering to others? Then why he wants to? Then there is no because this material mind will go and go and go and go and go on, and sudura dhavana. So at one place we should wait. No, we should wait. We should stop. Otherwise, then we don't get time to do the sadhana. So finding this. So that's why we are not perfected. When we become perfect, then we'll understand everything. Now with this material mind, we cannot understand everything. So that's why we give a break to actually. You from here you should accept and do the sadhana. And when you realize, you will know everything actually. There you will be getting the achintya shakti. That's your achintya mind. It's not the material mind then. Then that will reveal actually. There you will understand. Now with this, if everything you are able to understand, then what is the need of sadhana? Then yes. I was also chasing like for many years actually. When I heard this Acharya's commentary, and then I thought actually now I should not run actually. Okay, wait. Is enough actually. Then after that, when we see the mood of the Rupa Goswami and see the mood of Jiva Goswami also at one point actually, one may even still apply so much kutarka to accept the Vedas as a pramana. Because they can also, they definitely say that they Anumana is wrong, that means logic, and they also try to establish, so your Shabda Pramana is also wrong. So they don't want to surrender actually. Kutarka. Then Jiva Goswami says that if someone is so crooked logical, then what we can do? So we can, who will save him? Let them go for him. According to Shastra only says that. So such a people will go to the Naraka and they will get punishment again and again. I cannot do anything. Like that he leaves like that. My God. So then I understood why we have to go to hell. And such a genius person is saying. And also today, Vishwanath Thakur also is saying. So we should be sahana. That means having the just one word, Mataji. So anyone wants to leave, they can leave. Class is over. 1 second. वीतराग भयक्रोध मन्मया मामुपाश्रिताः बहवः ज्ञान तपसा पूताः मद्भावमागताः is the 10th sloka actually in the that's the second chapter of the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
There actually jnana tapasa putaha. What is the meaning of jnana tapasa? That is very, very significant word in this in the Bhagavad Gita 4:10 actually. What he is saying here, jnana tapasa means 1 second, Mataji. Jnane majjanma karmanah nityatva निश्चयानुभवे यन नाना कुमत कुतर्क कुयुक्ति सर्पी विशदाह सहन रूपम तपः. What is this? Tapas means what? Sahanam. Sahanam means, is
tolerance.
patience.
Tolerance, no?
Tolerance. Tolerating of what? Just biting of the snakes. What kind of snakes? Kumata, kutarka, kuyukti. These are all the different snakes. These snakes are biting.
Prabhuji,
So,
can you translate those three for me, please? Kumata, those things.
Yeah. You want me to show this?
Yeah, those snakes, what they are, the bitings.
You see this. Gnane tapasaha means they are in the tolerance. What kind of tapasa means here? Tolerance. Sahana rupam. Sahanam for what? Vishadaha. That means, so they are getting the poison. That means by biting, they are getting the poison and they are tolerating that poison. So from there, they are getting that poison, biting of what? So snakes, sarpi, means snakes. What kind of snakes? Nana, many types of kumata, kutarka, kuyukti. Okay, these are all different snakes actually. They are always pinching us, biting us, and they are sending the poison to us. But one should tolerate that. So what kind of, that means why these snakes are there? Nityatva nishchayanubhave. That means to accept Lord as eternal, and we are also conditioned, and so on. So whatever the spiritual axioms we hear, that means Lord is eternal, he is having the Swarupa Shakti, and he is doing this, that. So to accept that, we get generally so many. So before accepting, so we get so many kutarka kumatis and kuyuktis. These are all snakes. They keep on biting you. That means they are not allowing you to accept this. But still, one should sahana, tolerance.
What is Kumata, Prabhuji?
Kumata means, so ku means bad. Mata means opinion. Kutarka means bad logic. Kuyukti is also same. I'm not exactly knowing the English words.
Yukti is like plan, no? You come out with some program.
Yeah. Yes. Tarka and Yukti looks similar, but some subtle difference might be there actually. So one should tolerate this kind of things. So we should not carried away by this poison. If we are carried away by this poison, we'll lose our sadhana. Finish. Then that will make us, hey, इसमें भी loophole है क्या है philosophy सब bogus. चलो अभी हम लोग तो वो ही कोई सच्चे नहीं है तो हम लोग अभी मेटीरियल वर्ल्ड में एंजॉय कर लेंगे गया काम से actually. So that's it's a very, very importance to bear this pain actually. It's not that we are, that's why our Acharya, Vedavyas already said, Vyasdev already said that it's a Tarka Pratishtana, but still this always, this logical thinking will bite us. But that's why it's not that we are not asking you to become blind, but whatever logic we apply, that should apply in the, after accepting the whatever axioms are given by the Shastra. So to understand further concepts, you can use the logic, that's all. But not the seeing the something out of the box. That means out of the Shastra, you should not see using the logic. Then we'll be carried out.
Yeah, I listened to the recording again, and then I understood that the question that I was asking was actually breaking the anadi point that I didn't realize when I was asking. But the nature of my question was because we hear in Prabhupada's talks and lectures that we rebelled against Krishna and that's why we came here. So that's why I was wondering, because Prabhupada is also Acharya, so where did that point come from? I was just trying to see if that also fits into this. That's what I was trying to see, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So Prabhupada also gives the, comes from the, yes, we are comes from the Lord only, we are Amsha. Why not? We are not independent entity.
No, the
It
point
doesn't
of
mean,
rebelling against the Lord.
Yeah. So rebelling, actually this point is rebelling actually. This is a thing, since we are not having Paratattva Gnanam, so that's why we are in this and we are not knowing and we are behaving. But this rebelling word is, so maybe to make us understand and make a humble. So this is there. That means Prabhupada, these words are also time to time. He said some places from the beginning. That means, so Anadi Kal se ye bhi baat hai. Kavi lectures may be sunte hain. Sometimes he also ruled out the discussion also.
Yes, wo bhi hai, Prabhuji. I accept
He
that.
ruled out the discussion. What is there? So why? Because those are all very new people and I don't know what is his situation. We see things now in a different way, keeping everything in the present situation. But we should see the situation, how the very young boys are sitting in front of him and who doesn't know anything and very, very raw people. That means not having any idea on the Shastra and no faith on the Shastra. So to explain them and how it is done. So that is a very, very, that's a situation. Going into the situation is also very, very important. Like how Vishwanath Thakur goes. So such a situation, if you go and if you live in that situation, what Prabhupada was having, then we can understand this. Not just like the, now what the words, now you are in the living in the present situation and trying to see those words. So that will not so much, actually you cannot understand the things.
I was convinced in the morning when your final point, when you said that by tarka you will never, there's no way that you can come to conclusion. The ultimate pramana is shruti. So you just accept. So that I was convinced with that, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Even if you say rebel also, then why it is got rebel nature? And then why is in the spiritual rebel nature? So it will not, Sudura Dhavanam. Every Sampradaya having the beginning Mataji. This is not only for us. Even if it is Shankara, Madhva, Ramanuja, Vallabha, everyone is having the beginning point. Some axiom they should accept, because otherwise we cannot. Because we have to realize the things through the sadhana, which is then after that you will get the revelation of everything, which is beyond the words actually. So yato vacho nivartanti. That means there the situation that you cannot imagine the things. So in the spiritual world there is no time, and also actions are happening, and there is no space, material space. So they are all very, very different things. Now the Karnanusaya Vishnu, he is just whenever he glances, then only time started. You are saying now Brahmaji's 50th year, first day. Then after the 100 years, what? Then he is not going to excel, then what will happen? So that also you are seeing with the time only. But that time itself is under his control.
Yeah.
And where you will go actually. So your mind is always needs the two references, time and space. Without this, it cannot see the things, it cannot understand the things.
Yeah.
And it's impossible actually. So that's why we should keep something to realize after the practicing of sadhana.
Yeah. Yes.
And here Vishwanath is also saying, so Jnana Tapasena means he's clearly saying, one should that pain, whatever the Kutarka is giving the pain, we should bear it actually. And put faith on the Shastra and go forward. Okay, Radhika Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just have a question that you were talking about Brahmandas in the air holes of the Purusha avatar, right? I mean, air holes of Purusha. Now,
Yes.
how did this Brahmanda go from the air holes? It's not clarified, right, Prabhuji?
Like you
were
see, like
talking
dust,
about yeah.
like a lot of dust is created, is flying in the space. Then what will happen? It will come and lie on you or not?
It will lie on me, yes.
Like that. Like on
Yes,
the
Prabhuji, I understood that. But how does Brahmanda go from the air holes to then Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters into each and every every universe. He creates the Garbhodaka water and he sleeps. So how Brahmanda is picked up from their air holes of Karnadaksha Vishnu? I'm not able to understand that.
No. First, Prakriti is coming. When he exhales, Prakriti is coming. Na? So in the next immediate second, he is glancing and expressing his desire through that glances. And then 23 elements are coming, and those are all becoming the small Brahmandas, and those are lying on his hair pores, and he is entering into those.
Okay.
Yeah. More explanation is there in Brahma Samhita, Jiva Goswami's commentary. Actually, I didn't study that. Because
Okay.
even this Karnanusaya Vishnu, and he is also coming from the so what is that? Sankarshana Vyuha, and he is known as Sembhu. Many actually, a lot of detailed explanation is there. We are also, one more thing, even in the creation also, we are not studying the full version. If every mechanism, like to make one small car, so we manually, if you see the manufacturing manual, it says 1,000 pages will be there. Every bolt and what is the properties and how these, that. You're all engineers also, so mechanisms. So, but it's just a overview actually. And that too within few slokas it is said. So that's why, like how from the lotus flower, this Brahmaji is coming on that lotus stem. So Garbhodak sorry, Virat Purusha is appearing. So those details are exactly that is not there actually. So such a big mechanism in the small one small unit, if you want to understand this, by humans creation, like laptop, computer, if you want to understand, it's so complex actually. So many mechanisms, functions are there. Then what about the creation actually? And how much science you might be using actually? So that's why whatever the information is given, with that some framework we should make and be satisfied and focus on our target. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, Radhika Mataji. Okay, I think he is not in front of. Okay, any questions? Thank you very much for kind and patient hearing. So we'll be discussing next thing in the Tuesday. So Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand.